So, oh, the first book I got was Maximum Ride. Well, not the first book. One of the first books was Maximum Ride. Um, I always see this on the shelf at Barnes and Nobles, but I never felt like using. I think the original price at Barnes and Noble was like 15, $16 on it. So I found it on at half price, and I got it for like $3. I haven't read it yet. I haven't gotten into it yet, but it really interests me. I'm not sure if it's the same as the anime by the same name. If it's the same thing, but it seems really cool. Jack the Ripper. Something that I've been wanting to read. Again, I see this at Barnes and Nobles a lot. Anything that has to do with like Jack the Ripper. Something that has been very mysterious over time. I like enjoy reading. I enjoy looking at. So I got this. Silent Mobius. This is amazing. I don't. I can't believe I didn't pick it up until now. It is very interesting. It's cops, female cops. Just really good read. I really enjoy it. I love reading the everything about it. I'm currently reading it as well. I'm not very far into it because I was reading something else. You'll see in a minute. Inosama Fanatics. Um, the cover interested me. Outside of that, nothing really. I never did any research on it. The cover and the backside both interested me. I thought it was volume 7, but it's volume 1. Like the one seems like a 7, or I think it's just me. But it just interested me on that the aspect of the cover, which is good. It did a job. It did its job. Attracted me. It attracted an audience. I flipped through it a couple times, and I like the artwork. I like how clean the pages are, and I didn't do any research on it before or after I bought it. So looking at that is gonna be a very interesting moment. The Sacred Blacksmith. I didn't know anything about this book either. I looked it up online for a bit, and it was really cool to read on it. Um, what I didn't like about it was because well, it's not what I didn't like about it. I looked online about it, and it said that it was like part two of a story. I'm not too sure though. I do feel like this is the first part of everything, but I got it pretty cheaply, so I may just go through the story. Unfortunately, it has a little mark there. Doesn't bug me too much, but By the Sword. I have noticed all these books have like females on them, except Jack the Ripper. By the Sword, Sword, mangas with sword, I enjoy. And this one, it looks like it has a nice comedic aspect to it, a nice little, and a lot of seriousness into it, and something I really enjoy. Oh, another one, Elemental Galade, Galade. I knew nothing about this going in. I just thought the weapon he has, a hook, is pretty cool. The hook is cool. Come on, cool. And that's for half price. Ooh. Oh. Now it's time to go through all the Barnes and Nobles and comics and all that fun stuff. I'm gonna start with the novels that I got first. Ugh. So this isn't really a novel. It's just kind of something out of my own entertainment. Complete the story. There's a couple lines in here, as you can see. Like it's just blank pages and lines. You're just pretty much supposed to complete whatever story in your own imagination from whatever's going on in this. I thought it would just be a good little thing to do on the side, just to kind of have a fun with. So I got this. Well, I picked it up. I got the Novice Summoner Book 1 by Taran Matharu. Um, I always see this in Barnes& and Nobles, and I always wanted to pick it up just because the cover interests me a lot. And I read a lot of things about it online. And there's quite a few books of it, quite a few books out from the series. So it's something that I won't have to wait a year or two about to get the next book. So I picked that up. Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo. Um, I used to work here at this place, and I would read this book while I was on shift. It was really good. I really enjoyed it. Every time I would pick it up and read it, I would just sit there and forget of what I was doing. So I picked this up, and I believe it's a duology. So there's only one other book that I have to read after out of this, which is something that's gonna keep me busy for a nice while. On to the comic books. Oh boy, I got quite a few. I got Fables, I think this is the extended edition or the collector's edition. Oh, the deluxe edition. I just had the collector's edition of Marvel, but it is the deluxe edition of Fables. The first book, the first story, not one of the spin-offs, but the first one. Um, I checked this out at the library, and it really interested me. I really like the art. I really like the concept of it. So I picked it up. I decided to pick it up, and I can't wait to pick up book two, deluxe edition. That's gonna be amazing. V for Vendetta. So I saw the movie not too long ago, and I decided to look up where the origins were about from it. I never looked this up before. I've seen the movie tons of times, and I read that there was actually a comic for it. So I was interested in getting the comic. I really like this style of comics. You can really tell how the age of the comic book that it is by the style of artwork and the style of printed that it is. Um, I love how these feel like it feels like newspaper. It does not feel like standard paper that you see in any book, but it feels like newspaper. So I'm gonna go through this, read through it, see what's different from the movie, from the book, and the movie, and the comic. And I really love the cover too. Let me put these in order. There we go. Just turn back on. Yeah, turn back on. Banton Gamer, what's up, man? I have not started GTA because it's loading. But yeah. Oh wait, let me get through these two as well. There's more comics than there are of these two. Well, I guess they're all comics in a way. So I got Monstress, Volume 1 and Volume 2. I still have this wrapped because I'm not gonna open it until I get through Volume 1. This interests me. It's on one of the end caps at Barnes& and Nobles. From where I saw it is where it was. One of the end caps. And that's pretty much where like a lot of the new stuff comes out, or a lot of like the popular things. The cover interested me the most. Um, I don't know if this is like a seat or like a door or what, but it looks cool. Or like, cause okay, so it looks like a person, but the way that I don't know how to explain it. It looks like something that you would see on top of a door, on the entranceway. But the name, the cover interested me. Oh, and the backside, little squirrel thing. What? Like what? But yeah, I mean, this is really cool. Um, I picked it up for that reason. Picked Volume 2 up as well. Might as well since I had, both of them already. Since they had both of them on there. put that down. And then I picked up Nightwing Volume 1, Better Than Batman, and Nightwing Volume 2, Return to Bloodhaven, or Back to Bloodhaven. Nightwing is my favorite comic book series to read, outside of Teen Titans or the Titans, and possibly Batman. But this thing is very amazing. I love his newest, his main villain, I guess is what he's called, Raptor. Where's he at? Where is he at? I need like a full page of him. Yeah, it's not a full page. But this is what he looks like. I guess a little bit of what it's like. He's so cool. His storyline is so sad as well. Well, I wouldn't say it's so sad. It's pretty sad. It's a really good storyline. You can see why he's good. He's a good fit for Nightwing and stuff. And I bought the Back to Bloodhaven. He goes back to Bloodhaven to kind of find himself, to find what he's all about. Again, this is all during the whole Rebirth universe, so not everything's reset, but a lot of things are reset. We find out people lost 10 years of their memories, and Dick, he's always on this finding myself journey, so it just keeps going on with that little journey that he goes on. Leave that there. Green Arrow, The Death and Life of Oliver Queen. I have not read this at all. I haven't read anything. I haven't read the individual issues. I haven't read anything about it online. I read the back of it, but outside of that, I haven't read anything else. There he is with Canary. He just looks really cool. I just flipped through the pages a little bit, and he looked cool. Everything looked cool. Canary looks hot. Oh no, a page. That's pretty much it. It's just Green Arrow. Deathstroke. I've been obsessed with Deathstroke, anything Deathstroke since the Teen Titans series with the whole Deathstroke Slade Wilson thing. So I picked this up, and I like this little backside as well. Everything looks really cool. I wanted to pick it up just to see what Deathstroke's about in the Rebirth series. So that's why I picked it up. Is that Robin? Whoa. Okay. Justice League the Extremist. If you don't know what this is basically Batman build up his own Justice League. Again. This one has him, Killer Frost or Frost. I think that's Adam. And down below. And that's Adam, Killer Frost right here. Lobo, of course. Vixen and Black Canary, Human Torch. Not Human what's his name? I forgot his name. But yep, this little group of people is just interesting to even look at. Interesting to have their names been in the same sentence. Cool. Let me put all these back in here. Well, over here. And then I also got some manga. It is probably less manga than I got from Half Price. Or about the same, I guess. Let me start with the two right here. I got Coyote Ragtime Show. I didn't know what it was about, but Ragtime Show is what caught my attention. That just sounded cool. Not to mention this little, that part right there, that little 2 panels, or 2 pages. It's going to be a good read, I hope. I don't know what, is it Danganronpa? Danganronpa? The School of Hope with Studies of Despair. I I wanted to know what's with the kids and what's with the bear. Again, the cover interested me. The cover caught my eye. I did flip through it a little bit just to see what it was about, and it seems pretty cool. I wanted to read it. It almost reminds me, like this whole thing, or well, not the whole thing, but a couple panels in here reminds me of when Magi, whenever he goes to the school and learns magic. A little bit of that in here reminded me of that part. And then Mumble Soup Gundam Wing, Endless Waltz, Glory of the Losers. Um, I think if you're a fan of Gundam, you probably started with this series if you're about my age. Anybody who's saw Gundam Wing will probably agree with you. That's one of the top 10 series in Gundam. So I picked these two up. I hope I get the chance to pick up the Blu-ray collector's edition. It's gonna come out around Christmas time. It's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be the whole Blu-ray set plus like 138-page artwork book. So that's gonna be amazing. But I picked these up for the nostalgia feeling of it. Flying Witch. I picked this up because I always saw it in Barnes and Nobles and the one that I go to normally. So I just finally gave in and bought it. Plus, it felt really nice. The book feels nice itself. That's always a plus. I always like the way some books feel. It has a new book smells too. Allergies. I think one thing I don't like is just like a little bit of some panels look like that on the left or right here. Um, I think that style of artwork just doesn't work for me. Outside of that, I don't let artwork really bother me too much, so it doesn't uh, really matter. I'll read normal novels as well. So this is something I wanted to pick up. It's about a girl who goes to live a normal life. Well, she's a witch, so she tries to go live a normal life. So this really interested me on that aspect. Scum's Wish. Um, I was told that this is kind of like Flowers of Evil, and I really enjoyed Flowers of Evil along with Sankaria. I know there's two completely different genres of books, but I was told this is gonna be like Flowers of Evil, so I picked it up. Um, the cover might not be for you. The book might not be for you if you're kind of if you're not into very R-rated things. Um, I'm not even sure if I can show the front cover, but yeah, this is really good book. You should really check it out if you can. Okay. But yeah, that was like my entire haul for the weekend, going to Barnes and Nobles and half price books, which is weird because I went out of town to go on like a little training session for work, and I come back with